So just a few announcements. I'm going to let the actors do most of the work, but many of you are, yeah. Oh, you know what, guys, hop up one level. Seriously. It's a better seat there if you get that extra level. All right, so some of you have to have your program signed to get back to your dorm. So at the end of the performance, find me out here, and I will do that for you. I'll sign your program. And, hi, Gonzalo. Gonzalo? What's going on?
I'm just taking pictures.
Oh, okay. You probably need to take a seat for that, because the actors are going to be all over. I wasn't sure. Why don't you take a seat there? All right, so just a reminder about your cell phones, but there's going to be more on that later. And there will be a short intermission, at which time you guys can take a bathroom break, and there's going to be some lovely refreshments. But do me a favor, and please don't bring them back in here. Make sure you eat everything and drink everything outside. All right, now I think I should bring Kevin Maneffa, a very seasoned actor out here.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Black Box Theater and tonight's performance by the Reduced Shakespeare Company. I have a few brief announcements before we get underway, and we'll be using George. To help demonstrate the use of flash photography or video recording of the show by any means, audio or video, is strictly prohibited by the arts. Also, please refrain from eating, drinking, or smoking. Whoa! What are you doing?
I thought I have to do what you say.
We're telling them what not to do.
Oh, I got it now. Finally, you know, that kind of count for one.
For your convenience, toilets are located in the lobby. Please take a moment now to locate the exits nearest your seat. Should the theater experience a sudden loss in pressure, oxygen mask will drop automatically. Simply place the mask over your nose and mouth and breathe normally. If you are at the theater with a small child, small child, simply place the mask over yourself first, and then let the little bugger fend for itself. I am Kevin Maneffa, and this is George Marchenko of the Reduced Shakespeare Company. And we are about to attempt a feat which I believe to be unprecedented in the history of theater. To capture, in a single theatrical experience, the magic, the genius, the towering grandeur of the complete works of William Shakespeare.
Now, we have a lot of get through tonight, so at this point, I'd like to introduce another member of the company who's one of Switzerland's breed. Leysin's Philip Box, preeminent Shakespearean scholar. He currently has A+ in B+ in
Lower!
C+
C+.
in Miss Molly's English class, where I believe he read 2 books about William Shakespeare. He is here tonight to provide us with a brief intro to the complete works of William Shakespeare. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Joseph Armenia.
Ladies and gentlemen, William Shakespeare, playwright, poet, actor, philosopher, a man whose creative and literary genius have had an immeasurably profound influence upon the consciousness and culture of the entire English-speaking world. And yet, how much do we really know? I mean, how much do we inhabitants of this 21st century really know and appreciate the tremendous body of work contained in this single volume? Well, not enough, I would argue. And I believe I can illustrate this point by conducting a brief poll amongst the audience. If I may have some mouse lights, please. Ah, yes, there you are. Now, you are a theater-going crowd, no doubt the above average, and I bet you like to miss study hall. Average literary awareness. And yet, if I may conduct a brief poll, how many of you have ever read or seen any play by William Shakespeare? Any play at all? Just raise your hand. I think they know more Shakespeare than we do.
Don't worry about it.
We should really start running now.
Just keep it going.
What should I do?
Narrow it down.
What?
Narrow it down!
Of course. Let's see if we can narrow it down a little bit, shall we? How many of you have ever read or seen, let's say, All's Well That Ends Well? All's Well That Ends Well, anybody? Ah, yes. That seems to be separating the wheat from the chaff rather nicely. Now, let's find out who the true Shakespearean trivia champs are here tonight. How many of you have ever read or seen King John? King John, anyone? Oh, really, you have? Would you mind telling us what it's about? No, don't ask her, don't ask her. No. Carlos, stand up, Carlos, and tell the audience what you know about King John.
It's about a phoenix.
Phoenix, what?
You know, a phoenix.
You laugh, ladies and gentlemen, you scoff. But let he among you who is free from sin live in a glass house. For that face, ladies and gentlemen, that face represents all your faces. And that empty brain represents your empty brain. And those glazed eyes are your glazed eyes. And those teeth. Oh my God. Oh my God, those teeth. Your teeth. And they scream out, floss me. Oh. I submit to you, ladies and gentlemen, that our society's collective capacity to comprehend, much less attain, the genius of William Shakespeare has been systematically compromised by computers, vandalized by video games, saturated by soap operas, and insulted by Instagram. But no need to fear, the reduced Shakespeare Company is here. And we descend among you on a mission from God, and we refuse to spread the holy word of the God to the masses. Preach! This book can be found in every hotel room in the world. This is my dream, ladies and gentlemen. Amen! And it begins here tonight. Join us in taking those first steps down the path of the brave new world of intellectual redemption by opening your hearts. Yes, please open your hearts and your pocketbooks.
Or simply charge your donation to your MasterCard or Visa.
By phoning 1-800-DEBARK right now.
Yes, give us your cash if we be friends, and deduct it when the tax year ends. And on with the show. May the bard be with you. Thank you, and hallelujah!
Oh no! I'm falling! Oh! Look at this pretty lady. Oh no! Oh! Somebody catch me! Oh! Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. But here's my number, so call me maybe. Now, those of you who own a copy of this book should know that no collection is complete without a brief biography of William Shakespeare. Providing this portion of the show, I'd like to introduce the fourth member of the company. Please welcome on the stage, Mr. Carlos Peña.
As if I was Ms. Act 1. You can't hold me back. Okay,
Yes, Carlos. How are you doing?
Oh, let me help you.
Don't touch them! They're going in order!
Sit down, please.
Amateurs. So, yeah, I've just been taking a few notes on Shakespeare's line. Just here to show off to you a good start, you know, so you guys know all the stuff he did and everything.
Just get on with it, Carlos. My apologies, fellow scopes.
William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare was born in 1564 in the town of Stratford-upon-Avon, Warwickshire. The third of 8 children, he was the eldest son of John Shakespeare, a lord and merchant, and Mary Arden, daughter of a Roman, Catholic member of the landed gentry. In 1582, he married Anne Hathaway.
What is she, like 400? You look good in that Batman movie.
Shakespeare arrived in London in 1588. By 1592, he had achieved success as an actor and a playwright. After 1608, his dramatic production lessened, and it seems he spent more time in Stratford. There, he dictated to his secretary, Rudolf Hess, the work Mein Kampf, in which he set forth his program for the restoration of Germany to a dominant position in Europe. After reoccupying the Rhineland zone between France and Germany and annexing Austria, the Sudetenland, and the remainder of Czechoslovakia. Shakespeare invaded Poland on thus precipitating World War II. Shakespeare remained in Berlin when the Russians entered the city and committed suicide with his Mrs. Eva Perón. He lies buried in the Church of Stratford. Thank you! That's all I have! Leave! Now, without further ado,
The Reduced Shakespeare Company is proud to present
the complete work of William Shakespeare.
Abridged!
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances. And one man in his time plays many parts.
One man in his time plays many parts. How true. Ladies and gentlemen, we're better to begin our exploration of the complete works of greatest of all English playwrights than in Verona, Italy.
With 2 of his most beloved characters,
Romeo,
Oh my God. And Juliet.
Now, Kevin and Joey will be attempting to portray all of the major character roles in Romeo and Juliet, while we fill in with bits of crucial narration.
after further textual research, we of the Reduced Shakespeare Company have decided to begin our abbreviated version of Romeo and Juliet with
The prologue.
Two households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona, where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge, break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, where star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventured piteous overthrows do with their death bury their parents' strife. Thank you very much.
Act 1, Scene 1.
In the street meet 2 men, tall and
Handsome.
one Benvolio.
The other named Samson.
Their hatred fueled by an ancient feud.
For one serves Capulet, the other Montague. Duh.
Oh, like the rise of the sun, she rises
I said
early
in
in
the
the
grocery store, let's
morning.
have fix.
Ooh, it's him, I hate his guts, I swear to God, I'm gonna kill him!
Ooh, it's him. I hate his family. I hate his dog. I hate them all.
Do you bite your thumb at me, sir?
No, sir. I do but bite my thumb.
Do you bite your thumb at me, sir?
No, sir. I do not bite my thumb at you, sir. But I do bite my thumb. Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
But if you do, sir, I am for you. I serve a good as man as you.
Ha! No better.
Yes. Better.
You lie!
Tempura.
Sashimi!
Ramen. Noodle.
Soy sauce!
California.
Godzilla! That's not how you say it. That's not
Hey, that's painful.
Oh, I'm touching you. Oh, I'm twisting your hand. Oh, it hurts.
Rebellious
Oh,
subjects.
it's Prince.
Enemies to the peace, profaners of this neighbor-stated steel. You, Capulet, shall go along with me. Benvolio, come you this afternoon.
Where is Romeo? Saw him today. Right glad I am, for he was not at this fray. Romeo is crying? He's crying. I'll know his grievance or be much denied. Swear to God, he takes forever to change. He's like a woman. Good morrow, cuz.
It's the day so young.
When you struck time.
I mean, sad hour seems long.
When sadness lengthens Romeo's hours this time.
Not having that which having makes them short.
In love?
Out!
Of the closet?
No! Wait, is it the pants? Is it the pants?
yes.
I woke up this morning and I was like, what do I wear? What do I wear?
No,
I
just-
want to look sort of like this guy over
Stop.
here.
It's the fact that you were thinking about what to wear. Am I wrong? No, I'm not. I'm barely ever really wrong.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
You know, you should, but you know. Let's get on with it. Let's do this.
Out of her favor, where I am in love.
Alas, a love so gentle in his view be so rough and tearless and proof.
Alas, that love, whose view is muffled still, should, without eyes, see pathways to his will.
Go ye to the feast of Capulets, there sups the fair Rosaline of whom thou so lovest, and all the admired beauties of Verona. Go thither, and compare her face to some that I shall show, and I shall make thee think thy swan a crow.
I shall go along. No such sight to be shown, but to rejoice in the splendor of my own.
And so much for scenes 1 and 2.
So now to the Feast of Capulets, where Romeo is doomed to meet his Juliet.
And where, in a scene of timeless romance, he'll try to get into Juliet's pants.
She doth teach the torches to burn bright. Did my heart love till now? Forswear its sight. For I ne'er saw true beauty until this night. If I profane with my unworthiest hand the holy shrine, the gentle fire is this. My lips, too brushing the pilgrim's ready step to smooth that rough touch with a taper.
I'm pilgrim, you do wrong with your hands too much, which manly devotion shows in this. For saints of hands, the pilgrim's hands to touch, and palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss.
How about saints' lips and holy palmers too?
Our lips are the mysteries in prayer.
Oh, the dear saint, let lips do what hands do.
Our saints do not move, but man for prayer's sake.
Then move not. While my prayers affect I
And
take.
from the lips the sin that they have took.
Sin from my lips, oh trespass sweetly urged. Give me my sin again.
I don't want to kiss you, man. You kiss by the book, don't you? Oh, what's that? Coming, mother.
Is she a Capulet? Aye, so I fear. The more my unrest. What are you doing?
Balcony scene.
But soft!
But soft.
But soft! What light through yonder window breaks?
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. Or if thou wilt not, I shall no longer be a Capulet. Oh, what's in a name anyway? By that which we call a nose, by any other name would still smell. Romeo, doff thy name which has no part in thee, and take all myself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love.
But love.
Call me but love, and I shall be new baptized. Henceforth, I shall never be Romeo.
Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair maid, if either thee dislike.
Okay, George, go down. Dost thou love me then? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take that word, yet if thou swearest, thou mayest prove false. Oh, Romeo, if thou love me, pronounce it faithfully.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon, I
Oh,
swear.
swear not by the moon! It's so cliche, everyone swears on the moon.
Then what should I swear by?
I don't know, swear in her.
Lady, by yonder blessed virgin, I swear.
Oh, swear not at all, although I join thee. Have no joy in this contract tonight. It is too rash, too sudden, too unadvised, too like the lightning, which whenever. Oh, sweet, sweet good night.
Oh, thou leave me so unsatisfied.
What satisfaction canst thou have?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vows for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou didst requested. 3 words, gentle Romeo, then good night indeed. If thy love have been the honorable, thy purpose marriage, send word tomorrow. Parting in such sweet sorrow.
Sleep, dwell upon thine eyes. Peace upon thy breast. Oh, that I were sleep in peace, so sweet to rest.
Lo, Romeo did swoon. Romeo swoon.
Oh,
By Cupid, he been crippled.
oh, freaking Cupid. Oh,
But Juliet had a loathsome cause, whose loathsome name was Tybalt.
Romeo, the love I bear thee can afford no better than this. Thou art a villain, therefore turn and draw.
Tybalt, I do protest. I never injured thee, but loved thee better than thou canst devise.
Thou wretched boy, I am for you. Oh, I am slain.
What do we do now?
I don't know.
Just get all this stuff.
Go here.
Okay.
So, from Tybalt's death onwards, the lovers are cursed, despite the best efforts of friar and nurse.
Their faith pursues them, and they can't seem to duck it. And at the end of Act 5, they both
Kick the bucket!
Oh, get up a pace, you fire-footed steeds, and bring in cloudy night immediately. Come, civil night, come, Romeo. Come, gentle night, come, day night. Come, loving black brown night. Oh, night. Come. I didn't write it. And bring me my Romeo. Your roomies, take your rooms in.
Oh, alack the day! He's gone, he's killed, he's dead!
Could heaven be so envious?
Romeo! Who would have thought it, Romeo?
What devil art thou to torment me thus? This torture should be roared in dismal hell. Hath Romeo slain himself?
I saw the wound. I saw it with my own eyes. God save the mark. Here in his manly breast. Men are all dissemblers. They take things apart and reassemble them.
Oh, guys, God is killed, he's dead, God is killed. Hey, what are you doing tonight?
Tybalt was the best friend that I ever had. That ever I should live to see thee murdered.
Is Romeo dead and is Tybalt slain?
No, Juliet, no. Tybalt is dead and Romeo banished. Romeo who killed Tybalt is banished.
Oh, God, has Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did. Alas, the day it did.
Romeo is banished, who Tybalt would have slain. Well, that's good, isn't it? And Tybalt is dead, who would have killed my husband. Well, that's good, isn't it? So why do I feel like poo-poo? Oh, fire lords! Romeo is banished, and Tybalt is slain.
Juliet, I already know thy grief. Take thou this vial, and of this distilled liquor, drink thou up. And presently, through all thy days shall run a cold and drowsy humor.
Oh, I feel the cold and drowsy humor running through my veins. Thank you, Obi-Wan. I'm feeling so good. This one's sweet.
I'll leave that up.
Oh no, Juliet! Oh my God! I'm so sorry, man. I'm just gonna keep going, okay? Oh no, my love, my wife! Death that hath sucked the honey of thy breath hath no power yet upon thy people. Oh, Juliet, why art thou yet so fair?
Jesus, gross, man.
Shall I believe that unsubstantial death is amorous to keep thee here in the dark to be his paramour? Here's to my love. Oh, true apothecary, thy drugs are quick. Thus, with a kiss, I die. Thus, with a kiss, I die. Oh, true apothecary, thy drugs are too quick.
Oh, where's my love? What's this? A cup drop for me out. Then I'll be brief. Oh, happy dagger, this is thy sheep. That's Romeo for you.
Okay, epilogue.
A glooming peace this morning with it brings. The sun for sorrow will not show his head. Go forth and have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned and others punished. For ne'er was there a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.
And Romeo and Juliet are dead!
Thank you, Leysin!
Ladies and gentlemen, in preparing this unprecedented complete works show, we came across this problem.
How to make these 400-year-old plays accessible to a modern audience.
One popular trend is to take Shakespeare's plays and transpose them into a more modern setting.
We have seen such unusual examples of this in the lunar landscape, Nazi concentration camps, and even Gestalt.
In this vein, George has traced the roots of Shakespeare's symbolism in the context of a pre-Nician society through the totality of a jejune circular relationship of four, contrasted with the complete otherness of metaphysical cosmologies and the ethical mores entrenched in the collective subconsciousness of an agrarian race.
So we now present his first and bloodiest tragedy,
Titus Andronicus!
Titus!
Titus Andronicus!
as a cooking show.
Good evening, everyone. I'm your host, Titus Androgenus, and welcome to Meals Paruski. Now look, when you had a long day, your left hand chopped off, BAM! Your son's murdered, your daughter raped, her tongue cut out, both of your hands chopped off, BAM! BAM! Well, last thing you want to do is cook, you know what I mean? Unless, of course, you cook the rapist and serve him to his mother at the dinner party. My daughter Lavinia and I will show you how. Lavinia! Good evening, Lavinia. Good evening. How are you feeling today? It's a pisser, isn't it? But we'll get our revenge, won't we? Now, hark, villain. I'll grind your bones to dust, and of your blood I'll make a paste. And in that paste, a coffin I will rear, and make a pasty of your shameful head. Come, Lavinia, receive the First, you wanna make a nice clean incision from carotid artery to jugular vein. Like so. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Now you may die. Be sure to use a big bowl, because human body has about 4 quarts of blood in it. And when he's going to be dead, which should be about right now. Let me go and grind his bones to powder small, and in a hateful liquid temper it, and in that paste let his vile head be baked. At about 350 degrees, and 40 minutes later of the loveliest human head pie. Feet to serve to a king, with lady fingers for dessert. Now, Who's going to be the first to try this delicious test treat, huh? Oh, welcome, gracious Lord. Welcome, dread Queen. Will please you eat, will please you feed. It's finger licking good. Ha, ha, ha. Now, we're just about out of time, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. And be sure to watch next week when our guest chef, Timo Nafatens, will teach us how to cook ratatouille. Out of our special guest, Mary Weiss Winston. Until then, bon appetit!
No one was too offended by Titus Andronicus.
Yeah, Shakespeare as a young playwright seemed to have gone through a short Quentin Tarantino phase.
And no doubt if he was still alive today, he'd be in Hollywood working on Saw 12.
Right. So we shall now move on to explore the genius evident in Shakespeare's more mature works.
As we present his dark and brooding tragedy, Othello, the Moor of Venice.
Speak of me as I am, nothing extenuate for one who loved not wisely, but too well. And never was there a story of more woe than this of Othello and his Desdemona. Oh, Desi.
Can we have some hot sauce, please?
We left Carlos on his own to research this play. He must have looked up more in the dictionary and thought it was a place where you tie up boats.
Which in this context is totally pea-brained because the word Moor in the 16th century referred to a black person.
You're such a dork.
Well, go with the people.
Ladies and gentlemen, we obviously have a bit of a difficulty in even performing Othello because, as you know, it was written for a black actor and, you know, we're not...
We're
rich the
Yeah,
judge.
that's basically what we are. So we'll move due to our physical...
Hey, you guys, come on. We can still do it. Just because we're white doesn't mean we can't do Othello. Okay, so I got an idea, and it's totally bogus, so just kind of join in when you can. So first thing we need to do is get a beat going, like the Beastie Boys, you know? Something like a... Yeah, you got it? Okay, so next thing we need to do is get some words going. I don't know, something like, here's the story of a brother by the name of Othello. He liked white women and he liked green jello.
Oh, yeah! And a punk named Iago, who made himself a menace because he
Didn't like Othello, the more of Venice, and Othello got married to Desdemona.
Took off all the walls and he left her alone.
It was a Mona.
A grown-up.
He left her alone.
He didn't write a letter and he didn't telephone her. That Desdemona, she was Cassidy tight, she was the daughter of a duke.
Yeah, she was totally white, and Iago had a plan that was clever and slick. He was crafty.
He was sly.
He was sort of a dick.
He says, I'm gonna shout the more.
How you gonna do it?
Tell us.
I know his tragic lies that he's too damn jealous of you. I kind of exposed.
So we find a chump sucker by the name of Cassio.
And he plants on him Dizzy's handkerchief.
And Othello gets to wondering just maybe if, while he been out fighting,
Commanded an army.
Are Desi and Cass playing hard the salami?
Salami. So we come back home and stuck a pillow in her face.
He kills her and soliloquizes about disgrace.
the media at the door, midnight
What
boy.
you say, you big dumbit?
You are no horse.
She was pure, she was clean, she was virginal too. So why'd you have to go and make a face turn blue?
It's true.
It's you.
Now what you gonna do when Othello says,
Damn, this is getting pretty scary.
Full of display and he committed Harry.
get more than what boy? Yeah, we got caught by Captain Lee.
He loaded up his
And
bags.
moved to Beverly Hills, that is.
Yes!
and went to the comedies for a while.
Comedies.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
Here you go.
Now, when it came to the comedies, Shakespeare was a genius at borrowing and adapting plot devices from different theatrical traditions.
That's right, Kevin. These influences include the Roman plays of Plautus and Terence, Ovid's Metamorphoses, which are hysterically funny. or not. and the rich Italian tradition of commedia dell'arte.
Yes! Wait. Food of the arts?
Scusi, commedia dell'arte.
Yeah.
Basically, Shakespeare stole everything he ever wrote.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stole is kind of strong. Distilled, maybe.
Well, then he distilled 3 or 4 funniest gimmicks of his time and milked them into 16 plays.
You see, essentially Shakespeare was a formula writer. Once he found a device that worked, he used it
Over and over and over again. So, Mr. Shakespeare, the question we have is this. Why did you write 16 comedies when you could have written just one?
In answer to this question, we have taken the liberty of condensing all 16 of Shakespeare's comedies into a single play, which we have in chorus entitled
The comedy of 2 well-measured gentlemen lost in the merry wives of Venice on a midsummer's 12th night in winter.
Or
Cymbeline taming Pericles the merchant in the tempest of love, as much as you like it for nothing.
Or
4 weddings and a transvestite.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Comedy?
comedy.
Comedy.
Comedy! Act 1. A Spanish duke swears an oath of celibacy and turns to rule his kingdom to his sadistic and tyrannical twin brother. He learns of fantastical feats of magic and sets sail for the golden age of Greece, along with his daughters. 3 beautiful and virginal sets of identical twins.
While rounding the hill of Italy, the Duke's ship is caught in a terrible tempest, which in its fury cast the Duke out on a desert island, along with the loveliest and most virginal of his daughters, who stumbles into a cave where she is molested by a creature. It was either a man or a fish, or both.
Act 2. The long-lost children of the Duke's brother, also coincidentally 3 identical sets of twins, arrive in Italy. Though still possessed of an inner nobility, they are ragged, destitute, penniless, flea-infested shadows of the men they once were. And in the utmost extremity, are forced to borrow money from an old Jew, who deceives them into putting down their brains as collateral on the loan.
Meanwhile, the 6 brothers fall in love with the 6 Italian sisters, 3 of whom are contentious, sharp-tongued little shrews, while the other 3 are submissive, air-headed little bimbos.
Act 3. The identical shipwrecked daughters of the Duke have just washed up on the shores of Italy, disguise themselves as men, and act as servants to the shrews and matchmakers to the Duke's brothers' sons.
While rounding the hill of Italy, they leave all the lovers in the nearby forest, where at midsummer's night, a bunch of mischievous fairies squeeze the aphrodisiac juice from hermaphroditic flower into shrews' eyes, causing them to fall in love with their own servants, who in turn have fallen in love with the Duke's brothers' sons, while the queen of the fairies is a jackass, and they all have a lovely bisexual animalistic orgy.
Act
4.
The elderly fathers of the Italian sisters, finding their daughters missing, dispatch a message to their servants, telling them to kill any man in the vicinity.
However, the faithful messengers in their final misguided act of loyalty deliver messages to each other and kill themselves.
Meanwhile, the Duke and the fish creature arrive in the forest, disguised as Russians.
Seriously? Act 5.
The Duke commands the fairies to right their wrongs.
The servants and the nobles have a knock-down, drag-out fight in the mud.
During which the servants' clothes get ripped off, revealing female genitalia.
The Duke recognizes his daughters.
Seriously?
The
Duke's brother's sons recognize their uncle.
One of the bimbos grows up to be Kim Kardashian.
And they all get married and go out to dinner.
Except for a minor character in the second act who gets eaten by a bear.
And the Duke's brothers' sons, who, unable to pay back the old Jew, give themselves the lobotomies.
And they all live happily ever after.
Props, 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 props.
Now, we move on to the rest of Shakespeare's tragedies because basically we found that the comedies aren't half as funny as the tragedies. For example, Shakespeare's Scottish play.
What are you saying?
Sorry, I forgot.
Which you're really not supposed to talk about in a theater unless you're performing it, because it's cursed.
Gotcha, yeah.
Fortunately, however, we have the reduced Shakespeare Company not only perform an abbreviated version of Macbeth,
But are able to do so in perfect Scottish accents.
Stay, ye emperor. Speak McDonald of
beware Macduff! None of woman born shall harm Macbeth, till Burnham would come to Dunsinane.
Don't you know?
Oh, that's dead great. Then McWhat, McNeed, McI, McFear,
No, that I was from my mother's womb entirely ripped. Not.
That's bloody disgusting. Don't tag his face.
Macbeth, ye killed me wife. Ye murdered me babies. Ye shot me stew.
Oh, Anne.
I throw half of it away. Behold, where this cursed head. Macbeth, your arse is out the window. And know that never was there a story of more blood and death than this, oh Mr. and Mrs. Macbeth. Thank you.
Enjoy Macbeth? Well, not really, huh? We actually took a course with Mr. McIntosh to perfect those Scottish accents.
Bloody expensive if you ask me.
Meanwhile, Julius Caesar was a much beloved tyrant.
All hail Julius Caesar.
Hail, citizens.
Who was warned by a soothsayer.
Beware the eyes of March.
The great Caesar, however, chose to ignore the warning.
What the hell are the Ides of March?
Of March.
Oh, that's today. Hey, too, Brute.
Oh. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar. So bury him, and let's get on with my play. Antony.
And Cleopatra! Is this an asp I see before me?
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Joey,
Stop.
you have this bizarre notion that all of Shakespeare's tragic heroines wear really ugly wigs and vomit on people before they die.
It's an interpretation.
No, get a clue, man. Anthony and Cleopatra is not an Alka-Seltzer commercial.
It's a romantic thriller about geopolitical power struggle between Egypt and Rome.
Oh, it's one of Shakespeare's geopolitical plays. If I'd known that, I would have never messed around with it, because Shakespeare's geopolitical work is like my favorite stuff. It's like the themes he wrote about 400 years ago are still relevant today. Like what was that one he wrote about Soviet Union and nuclear energy?
Joey, Shakespeare never wrote anything about the Soviet Union.
No, he totally did. He totally did. It was called Chernobyl Kinsman.
Oh, no, Joey. Shakespeare wrote a play called Two Noble Kinsmen.
Not Chair Noble Kinsman.
Noble Kingsman!
Well, what's that about?
It's about a girl who goes insane with the fear that her boyfriend will be eaten by wolves and her father hanged.
And, is there anything in it about Vladimir Putin? Well, I've never even heard of that play.
I'm not surprised you haven't heard of it, because it's not actually... well, maybe you should explain it, Kevin.
Ladies and gentlemen, Two Noble Kinsmen actually falls under the category which scholars refer to as the Apocrypha.
Or, in some scholarly circles, the obscure plays. Or lesser plays.
Or simply the bad place.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! And yet, not all of the Apocrypha are completely without merit. In fact, one of them, Troilus and Cressida, is hardly crap at all. I actually discuss it at some length in my soon-to-be-released book about Shakespeare, entitled, I Love My Willie, which I'd like to whip out for you right now. Anyway, I was thinking we could do a quick improvised version of this passage right here.
Yeah, great. We could do an interpretive dance or performance art version.
Oh, I love performance art. It's so
Pretentious.
Yes.
We could use Troilus and Cressida as jumping off point to discover deeper themes like transient nature of life, or mythology involved in rising and dissipation of forms.
Yeah, great. Get some props.
No, wait, just a minute. I was actually thinking of a straightforward, scholarly approach.
Nah, screw that.
Okay. Troilus and Cressida was written in 1603 and published in quarto in 1604. And appears in the first volume, although this is 166 lines longer than the one we use in our version, in which appears the famous reindeer scene.
Santa Claus is coming to town. Everybody, come on, go!
No. Oh, get over it. Ladies and gentlemen, my book has nothing to do with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It actually discusses the possibility that Shakespeare's works were actually written by Elvis Presley. It's groundbreaking work. You see, he was abducted by aliens and then entered a time warp.
Wait a minute. Isn't there anything in there about the plot?
The plot? Of course I cover the plot.
Show me that.
I cover the plot in a footnote on page 24. Troilus, youngest son of Priam, king of Troy.
Okay, so you be Troilus and you be the king.
Okay, great. Loves Cressida.
I'll get the wig.
And is arranged with her uncle, Pandarus, for a meeting. Although she feigns indifference, she is attracted to him.
I have to feign indifference?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Trojans were surrounded by the Greek commander, Agamemnon.
Agamemnon! Kevin, this is so boring.
Boring.
Boring!
This is the kind of stuff kids hate to study in school because it's so boring.
Yeah, Kevin, like as soon as you said Agamemnon, I was asleep. No. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but when I heard I was performing in the Black Box Theater, I told these guys I will not do dry, boring
Vomitless.
Shakespeare for these people, because it'll just put you off. I mean, that's what happened to me. Okay, off the record. Last year when we were reading Othello in English class, I could not understand anything that was happening in the story, so I would just look outside the window at all those little kids playing soccer, and I'd think to myself, why can't the Shakespeare stuff be more like sports?
Sports?
How do you mean?
Well, sports are visceral.
Yeah, they're exciting to watch.
Yeah, like, take the histories for example, with all those kings and queens killing each other off, and the throne passing from one generation to the next, is exactly like American football, but you do it with a crown.
You know what? They're kind of similar, aren't they?
Yeah, I guess I can see that.
Okay, line them up, boys.
Let's get macho!
No, seriously, let's line up.
25!
42, Richard III!
Henry V, part 1, 2, 3, huh!
And the crown is snapped to Richard II, that well-spoken 14th century monarch. He's fading back to pass, looking for an air downfield, but he's hit by a heavy rush. Oh, the crown is in the air, and Henry VI comes up with it.
Victory is mine!
But he's hit immediately by King John, that rarely performed player from the 12th century. Oh, he's killing him out there. This could be the end of the War of the Roses cycle.
Let's all have elbow room.
King John is in the clear. He's at the 40, the 30, the 10. He's fighting on the 10-yard line. He's out for the rest of the day. Replacing him now is number 43, King Lear.
Divide we our kingdom in 3. Cordelia, you go long.
A penalty marker is down. Fictional character on the field. Lear is disqualified and he's not happy about it.
Plucky.
Lining up now is that brother-son team on underneath foot and Pruncell. Center snaps to the quarterback. Quarterback gives it to the hunchback. Oh, looks like Richard III's lane giving him trouble.
A horse, my king.
He really slows the game down. There's a pilot on the field.
Fumble, and Henry VIII comes up with it. He's at the 20, the 15, the 10. He stops at the 5 to try to fly his head off.
Who's your daddy?
Touchdown! Ooh, you gotta believe this is the beginning of a true dynasty.
Henry V, Richard III, dies of bait, and Charles III.
Go Bernie! What are you doing, man?
She had it ready.
What are you doing, man?
I'm just checking the list of plays. I think we might have done them all.
Really?
Yeah, so we might be able to let you out a little early tonight.
Yeah, that'd be great.
See, we did the history just then.
And we covered the comedies in alum.
Okay, so that leads to tragedies.
Titus Andronicus, we with all the blood.
Romeo and Juliet we did.
Julius Caesar, Troilus and Cressida.
We wrapped Othello.
And Lear was in the football game.
Macbeth we did with Scottish accents.
What about Antony and Cleopatra?
Yeah, I've already been on those ladies over there.
Alright. Okay, Timon of Athens I mentioned.
Coriolanus.
I don't want to do that one.
What?
What's the matter with Coriolanus?
I don't like the Angus part. I find it offensive.
Okay. So we skipped the Anus part.
Thank you.
And that's it. That's all of them, right?
All right. Wow.
Thank you very much. That was a great show.
Guys.
Oh no! Hamlet!
How can you forget Hamlet?
Shakespeare didn't write Hamlet, did he?
Of course he did.
I thought it was a Mel Gibson movie.
Ladies and gentlemen, 36 plays down, 1 to go. Perhaps the greatest play ever written in the English language. A play of such poetic and philo...
Wait! Hamlet is a very serious and hardcore play. And I'm just not up for it right now.
What do you mean? We have to.
We've done 36 of them already.
I know, it's just that football game left me emotionally and physically drained. And I just don't think I can do justice to it.
We don't have to do justice to it. Where you been? We just have to do it.
I don't want to do it. Commando mode!
Carlo, our show's called The Complete Works of William Shakespeare.
Yeah, I think these guys would like to see Hamlet.
Okay, so we'll call it The Complete Works of William Shakespeare, except Hamlet!
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Okay, well, if you want to do it, then do it. I don't have to if I don't want to. I'll sit here with this lady. She is my friend. We will watch you three do it. Don't let me take you, please. No, you can't make me. You can't make me. Don't touch me.
Are you alright?
Yeah, thanks for asking.
What's the answer?
Okay.
Jordan, here's your program back. Sorry, got kind of trashed.
All right, so we start off with the guard scene. So we'll need a Bernardo and a Horatio.
Yeah, we'll need Rosencrantz and Guildenstern.
Nah, they got their own play. We can skip them.
Yeah.
Hey, where do you think you're going, huh?
I'll kill him. I swear.
Carlos is pretty fast, but he has ADD, so he'll see something. Kevin and George should catch up. He'll be here relatively soon. So you guys like to play? Too bad we really were working hard on this play. You know what? Let's go to intermission here, Be back in 15 minutes. There's probably gonna have treats outside or something. Teachers, please, have some drinks. We're usually much funnier after you get home. And by the time you guys get back, we'll perform Hamlet, the Prince of Denmark. Hopefully.